Interior Tristan and Lisa's room, night, present day. The two girls are still fighting for their lives.
Okay, fine. You were right. I should never have thrown my shoe.
Thank you.
Is this really the time to score points?
If you're gonna die, I want you to know I'm always right.
The monster man breaks Tristan's katana in half. You can see her heart break as it goes. Lisa knows what the sword meant to Tristan, and it gives her more fight. She steps in front of her sister and attacks with her small knives.
Alright, try me on for size.
The monster man bats her away easily, and then lifts her up by the neck. Tristan is half dragged up with her because of the chains, but she is helpless to stop it. Kelly has been successful in finding the flashing vial in Zane's body. He is in excruciating pain with her hands inside his chest.
Just bloody pull it! Pull it!
Kelly takes the vial out and studies it. She is shocked.
It's a vial of poison. This would have killed you.
What the hell are they playing at?
I wish I knew. Ever since I was called, I haven't received any messages from Dr. Lovett.
I thought you spoke to him directly.
No, I never seen him. Let me patch you up.
Kelly begins to fix his wounds, and while it isn't as painful, it still isn't that comfortable for Zane. Thankfully, things seem to have calmed down a little, and the two can finally share each other's company. Zane looks up at her from the bed. Kelly is concentrating really hard.
How does a surgeon end up working for Dr. Lovett anyway?
You'd be amazed what you can do once you lost someone important on your table. I got noticed.
Someone important?
Not as important as you.
The story actually touches Zane. He feels sorry for her.
Kelly,
Yeah.
welcome to the tea.
She smiles at him, then finishes dressing his wounds by putting a patch over it. She pats in the conclusion, making him groan in pain.
Come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Kelly helps Zane up, and the two of them run for the door.
Kai and Dia still stood exactly where we left them.
We've got half the room left. We're not going to make it.
Someone once told me you were the greatest technomind this side of the solar system.
Well, that guy was an idiot.
No, that guy was confident. He got stuff done. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything.
Kai takes a deep breath. He wants to pull through for Dee. He begins to think.
They're heat sensitive. We need something that can clear space for us that isn't human. I could motorize something but I've already looked. There's not enough scrap here to make anything useful.
Dee realizes it's down to her and her new powers, but she's nervous of using them.
Kai, do you trust me?
Are you kidding? Of course I do.
This might not go well. I'm the one wearing the belt. You could...
No. I'm not going to leave you again.
Dee is touched by his determination. She nods that she's about to start, and he understands. Both of them brace themselves for the worst. Dee puts her hands out, and using the same telekinetic power we saw in Season 1, she parts the mines on the floor in front of them, like the Red Sea, exposing a path towards the door. Instantly, the two of them cheer and celebrate.
Oh my god, you are Jean Grey!
Okay.
Sorry, X-Men, she can... Just go! Lisa's thrown to the ground by the monster man, and Tristan tumbles with her. Afraid for her sister's safety more than anything, Tristan tries to shield her little sister from the approaching danger. As the monster man steps closer, cowering in his shadow, Tristan realizes that this is the end of the line for the two girls. Suddenly the door at the other end of the room slams open. Zane and Kaylee are stood there.
Hey,
The monster man turns to look at Zane.
why don't you pick on someone who knows how to box?
The monster man is distracted and delighted by the challenge, focusing now only on Zane.
Be careful.
Help the girls. I got this.
Kelly goes over to Tristan and Lisa and uses the poison from the vial to burn away the lock on the chain. They are free. Collecting themselves together, the three girls watch in awe as Zane's hand-to-hand combat easily creates a fairer fight between him and Monster Man. It is an awesome fight which really shows off Zane's strength.
Stephen is moments from blacking out. The water is now up to Heather's chin.
It won't be long now. I'm really sorry.
Don't.
I mean it. I know we don't get on, but I never imagined that
Stephen, it's not your fault.
Your father's last wish. Everything. You fought so hard.
You have to survive, no matter what happens to me, please. You're so stubborn. You'll still find a way to save the world.
Not without you.
Heather smiles at the compliment, in fact, despite her situation.
It would have been nice if we could have found a way.
The alarm sounds. A final electric shock pulses through Stephen's body. Water pours into the tank. This moment will fill it up to the top, drowning Heather.
To be friends.
The two look at each other as Heather drowns in the tank. Just as Stephen blacks out entirely, he turns and only just manages to see the door to their room being opened. Cyan looks defeated as Sam watches over her. The screens have all been shut off, and he is her only company.
Pain. Pain is what binds you together. It's what connects you to the future. It's what threatens to tear you apart every day.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
You think you know what you are, Cyan?
Cyan cannot answer him.
Well, now that I've taught you more about your mission, I've got a date with destiny. You're not the only one with a plan.
The alarm, usually used to signal another fan member, has been called. Rings in the background of Sam's screen. He takes a look and then smiles, but doesn't show her the person.
You should be less careless with your things. Tell me, has any of your team gone missing of late?
No.
Really? No one?
Cyan looks confused. Sam laughs.
I'll be seeing you on the other side. That's a promise.
The monitor with Sam on switches off. The last Cyan sees of him, he is smiling a smile which promises more pain in the future. The lights in Cyan's room turn on, almost blinding her. Eventually she notices something large in the corner of the room. She walks over to it and swipes away the condensation on the window at the top. She gasps in horror and is shocked to recognize her father, frozen, and is held in stasis. She tries to open it, but even her strength won't budge it. None of the buttons work either, no matter how frantically she presses them or cries out. The only movement on the cryo chamber at all is on a small panel where his chest would be. Scrolling words read out, syntax error. Syntax error. Cyan turns around swiftly. Syntax walks straight to Brevis, his hand by her face, trying to soothe her.
Hey, it's okay. You're safe. Can you remember anything? Can you remember your name?
Syntax?
Exterior cryodome, day. A naked man is released from a cryo chamber. He stumbles through the darkness, gathering bits of clothes that he can find here and there. Eventually, he opens a door into the wasteland and steps out. Exterior, Hades, day. The man makes his way out into the wasteland and stumbles across Gil's dead body. He is confused by it and still dazed. It is now that we recognise him as Sam. He looks over Gil, getting a little too close. Suddenly, out of nowhere, he is shot dead by a thunderous explosion from a source behind him. A man wearing a Stetson places the gun that Falcon dropped earlier on his back. The new piece he added to it that made the gun function has TGR Killer written across it. As he places the gun on his back, we only ever see him from behind. The cowboy goes over and picks up Gil from the ground, then carefully carries her off further into the wasteland.
Now then, what are we gonna do with you?
Chronicles of Syntax, Series 2, Episode 1, read through, Scene 1.